Stock Android is the best. I hate TouchWiz. I hate these Chinese UIs. These are things you've heard a lot. Do you think brands haven't heard them as well? So why do brands still continue sticking to their own UIs? Well, let's talk. Hey, this is Ash here. You're watching Ash Talks. Let's get started. So guys, this is yet another video where I'm going unscripted, so it might be a little longer than necessary. That's a disclaimer I'm going to use. So anyway, delving into it, yes, the Nexus experience, the Pixel experience, it's all great. But why do brands insist on coming up with their own flavor of Android? So this is how it goes. Today, if you look at the phones, there's not a lot between these phones. The specs are quite similar. You look at a Zenfone, you look at a Redmi 4 Pro, they've got the same processor underneath. Yes, the cameras are different, but more often than not, there's not a lot between phones. So let's say last year I owned a Xiaomi Mi 4, and let's say this year I want to buy a new phone. If every brand was going with stock Android, what am I going to do next? I'm going to go ahead and look at phones and see that the OnePlus 3 has better specs, 6 gigs of RAM, and I'll just pick that up. But this is something brands don't want happening. They want some kind of demarcation. While it is not something you and I might really like, I don't, I prefer stock Android, but it is something we need to understand. From their perspective, they want a demarcation. Today you forget, the people watching this video because you are pretty tech savvy. That's why you're here on YouTube watching this video. Probably go check out some people who are older, probably your parents, or maybe some people who are not quite as tech savvy. And you go ask them what phone they want. They'd probably want an iPhone or a Samsung, even though, Samsung did sell millions of J2s in India. Why do you think that was possible? It is the brand value associated with it. Yes, better service, yes, but also the familiarity of an UI. Now, there was this uncle of mine who was using a Samsung phone, and then he wanted to upgrade or something, and I suggested a OnePlus device to him. But he was a lot more happier sticking to a Samsung mid-end phone than going with a OnePlus 3. Why? He says he's too old to learn new interfaces. He's so used to the Samsung TouchWiz, he doesn't want to move away from TouchWiz. So I'm pretty sure you'd have heard stories like this from time to time. And this is the kind of loyalty that your Xiaomi, your Huawei, your Leico, every single one of these brands want to inspire the same kind of loyalty. They want to get into the market at rock bottom prices with razor thin profit margins, and they want to make sure that they capture the market. But then when it comes time to upgrade, they want to make sure you stick with a brand, inspire a sense of brand loyalty. And that is why brands insist on using their own user interfaces. Again, it's not optimal. That's not what we want. But when you look at Android Wear, where Google does not let brands come up with custom UIs, Google doesn't see a lot of development on it. There are barely any Android Wear watches coming out. There is some from time to time, but even when you look at someone like Samsung, they're going with Tizen. They're not sticking to Android Wear. Huawei's Huami came up with a watch, and that wasn't Android Wear either. You look at Titan, who came up with their own smartwatch recently. Again, not Android Wear. The adoption isn't there because none of these brands are able to get that kind of loyalty by going with a similar unanimous uniform experience across devices. Just Android Wear, plain stock Android Wear is not working, and that's the same reason why Google doesn't impose on manufacturers and try to stop them from customizing the interface. So the downside of it, every time Google releases an Android update, it goes to the manufacturer who chooses if they have to push it out to certain phones or not. And if needed, they will have to tag the custom UI on top, which all takes time, resources, and brands aren't willing to do it. That's the reason why you see phones, older phones not really getting updates, even newer mid-range phones not getting updates or not getting them fast enough. So anyway guys, this is just a little bit of tech information that I wanted to share with you. So the next time you see somebody go, this brand is crazy, I hate this user interface, I wish they went with stock Android, you could actually explain it to them. The brand is not crazy, there's some method to the madness. Again, it might not be in our best interests. We, the end users, might not really care about it much, but there is something behind why the brand does it, not just madness, not just ignoring the user feedback. Anyway guys, if you did like this video, you know what to do. If you didn't, go ahead, hit that thumbs down button, but do either of those. Let me know what you thought about it. Please make your voices heard. I would really love to know what you thought about the video. Go ahead, leave a comment if you can. So while you're doing all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well for more videos like this. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.